action.
Okay. So let's talk about what makes someone a first-person narrator. So the character has to be in the story, which is what you guys said when we did our example. What else do we know about them? What kind of pronouns do they use? What words might we see if it's first person?
I,
My, yep.
am,
I, my. So we want any words that are going to say that it's you're talking about yourself. So me, yep.
me,
Maybe we, because if it's me and someone else.
us,
Us. Very good. So using those kinds of words,
Among
that's
Us.
going to give us clues when we read a story to tell whether or not it's first person narrative. Okay. And then it's always the person's sharing their own thoughts. So we get to see what that person's thoughts inside their head are. So those are the three things: sharing thoughts. Those are three different things that a first person narrator would do. So when you're reading any story, you can figure out whether or not it's first person narrator. Okay, so we're going to look at some more examples. So one example, I'm going to read them, and I want you guys to just think about it for a minute, and then we'll answer whether or not they might be first person. Okay, so my first example is: I swing my legs off the bed and slide into my hunting boots. So that one uses I. That's going to give us a first person narrator.
and
Okay?
my,
I and my first person narrator. Okay, let's look at our second example. I know I'm not an ordinary 10-year-old. Sure, I do ordinary things.
I,
Which tells us what, Evie? Is it first person or not first person?
first person.
It's first person because it's saying I. Very good. So now let's look at a couple examples that are not first person so we can see the difference. First example: where's Papa going with that axe? Said Fern. So how do we know that that's not first person? It doesn't say my or I. What does it say instead, Evie? Who is it? Who's the character that we know
Papa.
about? It says Papa and it says said Fern. Said Fern. So we know that it's telling us a story about Fern, but it's not Fern telling the story because she didn't say I or my. Very good. Okay, we have a second non-example. So this is not first person. Harry had never even imagined such a strange and splendid place. So how do we know that that's not first person?
It did say my or my.
Because it says Harry had never imagined, right? It doesn't say I never imagined or we never imagined. It says Harry never imagined. Good. So when we're thinking about if something's first person or not, that's what the questions we have in our head are saying. What words are they using? How are they in the story? Okay. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to pass these out. My assistant, can you pass out one X and one check to each student? So everyone's going to get one X and one check. Yep. And there's one for you. Okay? All right, and now what we're going to do is I'm going to read something and we're going to decide if it is first person. We're going to hold up our green check. If it's not first person, we're going to hold up our X. Okay? So we're going to try a couple together, and then at the end we'll play a game where you guys are going to do all the thinking. Okay? So let's try a few together first. We stepped onto the platform, nervous and excited. We stepped onto the platform, nervous and excited. So thinking, and what are we thinking? Check, 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 check. What word in there tells us this is first person?
We.
We, very good. Okay, let's try our next one. Ready? Cards down, let's try another one. Percy Jackson wondered if he would survive another day at Camp Half-Blood. So use your think time. Percy Jackson wondered if he would survive another day at Camp Half-Blood. Okay, we're all thinking not first person. Why are we thinking that?
Because he said his name.
It said his name and it said he, right? Not me or I. Good. All right, put your cards down.
What does that also mean?
What do you mean?
What does camp
Oh, it's a book. These are all quotes from different storybooks. So that one is from Percy Jackson.
Yeah, we better cut this.
All right, let's see. Let's try one more example together, and then I'm going to let you guys play the game.
Okay.
Anne sat by the window and watched the rain fall.
Wait, what? What was it?
Anne sat by the window and watched the rain fall. Okay, we're all thinking it's not an example of first-person narrator. How come? Because it just says the name Anne, not what would it be if it was first person? How would it be written? I sat by the window. Yep.
We sat by the window.
Or we sat by the window. Yep.
We sat by the window. That's a something.
All right. Yeah. The grammar comes into place too. Yeah. Yes.
Who's Anne?
This one is from Anne of Green Gables. It's a book.
Yeah, we better cut this too. I need to cut it.
Okay. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to start the slideshow game, and we're going to use the same rules that we just did here. You're going to hold up either one for what you think it is, okay? So what will happen is you'll see the slide. You'll each get a chance to put up what card you think belongs. What's the green check mark for?
Yes.
Yes, first person. And the X is for not first person. Good. Okay? And then after that, we'll see the answer on the next slide. Everybody can see?
Yes.
This is our how to play. When the quote is read, use your think time to decide if it's first person or not first person. And you're going to hold up your mark or your X. All right, let's go. So the first quote says, "Finally, the rainbow fish has only one shining scale left. His most prized possessions had been given away, yet he was very happy." So think about it for a minute and decide if it's first person or not first person. Okay, and let's answer. Not first person. Did you want to share part of your thinking?
Because it said he.
Because it said he, yep. All right, let's try
I
the next
didn't
one.
hit he or he in it. I heard his name.
Did you hear I or my?
I heard like I.
That's okay. Well, that's all right. We'll try the next one, okay? All right, let's try the next one.
I mean, he still got it right though.
Well, we got to hold up one or the other, not both. Okay,
Wait, no, on this.
so the next one. But then I realized, what do they really know? This is my idea, I thought. No one knows it like I do. And it's okay if it's different and weird and maybe a little crazy.
What is this for?
This is from What Do You Do with an Idea? All right, so anyone need me to read it again? You got it? Okay, let's see if you guys are right.
Because it said I am mine.
I and my, yep, that's
Hey,
right.
let's play charades after this.
Okay, that's a good plan. After we do our work here, we can earn that, okay?
I want to do charades.
All right, let's see. Third quote. But no one except Lucy knew that as it circled the mast, it whispered to her, "Courage, dear heart." And that's from Chronicles of Narnia. No one except Lucy knew that as it circled the mast, it had whispered to her, "Courage, dear heart." So is that an example or not an example? All right, let's see. Not first person. Very good.
I'm supposed to say.
How do we know?
Because it said Lucy.
Because it said Lucy. Very good.
I think it also said she.
I think you're right. All right, 4. This one is a little bit tricky, so pay attention. Frog said, "I wrote,
Oh, I know what this
Dear
one.
Toad, I am glad that you are my best friend.
Oh, I know
Your
this one
best
is Frog
friend.
and Toad.
Your best friend, Frog." "Oh," said Toad, "that makes a very good letter." Then Frog and Toad went out onto the front porch to wait for the mail. They sat there feeling happy together.
That's boat.
It's a little tricky, huh?
That's boat.
So this is a quote in a quote. So we know that people are talking in here, right? Who is it that's talking in this story?
Frog and Toad.
Frog and Toad.
Because it's actually a show. It's a show? Yeah. It's a show in a book. Because I've watched it at
So
school.
our clue to figure out, well, first of all, why don't you guys give it a good shot? What do you think it might be? Do you think it's first person or not first person?
No, not this one. Whoa. Well,
Okay.
I know they
And
never.
you're thinking it's a little bit of both, right?
Yeah.
This one's a little bit tricky.
It
So
is
the
both.
way we know it is
No.
not first person.
But there was I in
There
it.
was I in it. So let's go back and
But it
let's go
said.
back.
But it said.
Yes.
It
So
said
because
Said.
they're telling us that the character Frog is saying I wrote. So it's because it says Frog said, it's not first person because the narrator is telling us who said it, which means that Frog is not the narrator. But the character Frog does say I wrote.
But there could be a said in a first person. That could be in first person.
Yeah, if it said I said I wrote Dear Toad, then it would be first person. But because it says Frog said, that's how we know it's not first person. Okay? That's good. That was a tricky one. All right, let's try one more. Her voice is rich and smooth, liquid steel on its way to a blade. It drapes over me, a warm blanket with sharp edges. What do you want to know, child? Everything, I whisper. What do we think? Her voice is rich and smooth, liquid steel on its way to a blade. It drapes over me, a warm blanket with sharp edges. What do you want to know, child? Everything, I whisper.
Is this Lord of the Rings? Wait, what is
No,
it
it's from Legendborn.
Uh,
So think about what kind of words tell us if it's first person or not first person. What are we looking for?
Come on, Lincoln.
Okay. So Evie, are you thinking that it's not first person because it says her?
Yeah.
Let's keep reading now. Her voice is rich and smooth, liquid steel on its way to a blade. It drapes over who? Who does it drape?
Me.
Me, which means the
Yeah.
person telling the story is first person. Yeah. Yep. It can be tricky, huh?
That was kind of tricky. That was weird. I'm just like.
Thanks for playing.
Yeah, charades. Now let's play charades.
Okay,
Charades.
So we finished our game. So now we know a little bit more about what makes someone a first person narrator, right?
Yeah.
What we'll do is when we continue our lesson the next time, we'll look at some more examples so we can get some practice of looking at them in books.
Okay, now let's do it. Let's do
And then,
charades.
and then tomorrow, we're going to learn about...
Charades.
I know you're very excited about trades, but we need to finish this, okay? Next, we'll learn about third person, okay?